Hello and welcome to It's Pot Boiler Story Time. Today you're going to listen to a story called Magic Pen. This story is written by Ash Sharma and is available in the story app Pot Boiler. So come on, let us go into the story and see what this magic pen can do and who has this magic pen. This magic pen story begins with a small little girl, and her name was Pihu. Pihu was a charming little girl who loved her grandmother so much. She loved her so much that she considered her grandmother as her best friend. She used to share a lot of things with her grandmother and loved to listen to stories that her grandmothers tell her. Every day, the grandmother would spin a new tale for her granddaughter. She would come up with stories of kings, queens, princes, knights, dinosaurs and whatnot to see the smile on her granddaughter's face. But this grandmother had one little worry. Pihu, who has such a beautiful voice and can sing so beautifully, will not sing to anyone else except her. She wanted her granddaughter's talent to be seen by the world. How much ever she tried, Pihu was always not confident to sing. In fact, she was such a shy girl that she never talked to anyone and she didn't have much of friends too. This was the only worry the grandmother had. But this grandmother will just not be worrying. She always keeps trying to make her granddaughter Pihu strong and confident girl. She tried many ways but failed a lot. And one day she got an idea. She called Pihu and said, "I have a very beautiful story for you tonight, Pihu. I'm sure you will like it." "Oh, Grandma, is it so? I'm ready. Come on, tell me the story," said Pihu, and she sat down to listen to her grandmother. Grandmother told a story about a princess. The small little princess was suddenly given the responsibility to take care of the entire kingdom because her parents fell sick. She had the responsibility to protect the kingdom, but she was not at all confident. She was so worried. She was very sad and confused. That's when a magician came to her and gave a magic pen. He said, "Don't worry, princess. Before doing anything, just write, 'I am confident' in this notebook, and all your troubles will vanish and you will definitely succeed in whatever you do," said the magician, and he went away. This princess gave her a best shot and she said, "Why not I try this writing?" And she began writing in the notebook, "I am confident." After writing this, whenever she went for a war or whenever she went to a meeting, she felt so confident of herself and always won. This made all the subjects of the kingdom very, very happy and confident about their new princess. This made the kingdom one of the best kingdoms in the world. Pihu was so in love with the story. Do you know what the first question Pihu asked the grandmother? Yes, she asked, "Grandma, do you think this magic pen is for real?" Then the grandmother said, "I don't know for sure. It might be not, Pihu," said the grandmother. "Oh, I so wish this pen was true," said Pihu and went to sleep. The next day, Pihu's parents came up with a surprise. They were going to travel to a fort. Pihu was so very excited. She always listened to stories of kingdoms from her grandmother and was in fact very thrilled to see a real fort. All four of them went to the fort and they were awestruck at the beauty of the majestic fort. The high walls, the big doors, the beautiful decorations, and so many protections for the fort. This amazed everybody. After they finished the tour of the fort, they waited for some time in the fort. At that time, Pihu's mother came up with an idea. She told Pihu, why don't we do some treasure hunt? Just go ahead and find out if you can find something in this fort. Pihu was very excited. She wanted to participate in this game and find out something or more about this fort. So she went up digging here and there, and suddenly, to her own surprise, she found a box. And then she opened it and saw a pen. It was full of mud and she couldn't see what the pen looked like. So she took a cloth and wiped it. To her surprise, it was written magic pen on the pen. She couldn't believe her eyes. She ran to her grandmother and said, Grandma, Grandma, can you see what is written here? It is written magic pen. Do you think this is the magic pen? She shouted excitedly. Grandmother said, there is only one way to find it, Pihu. Yes, I know the way, said Pihu. And after she went home, she took a diary and wrote, I am confident, before she went to sleep. Next morning, when she went to school, she felt a lot of difference within her. She was able to speak to her teachers more confidently and in fact made a couple of more friends, and everybody wanted to talk to her. This was something really new to Pihu. That evening, she came to her grandmother and hugged her tightly. Grandma, I have got the magic pen, she shouted. Grandma was really happy and listened to all that Pihu was sharing with her. From that day onwards, Pihu always wrote in the diary that I am confident before she went to bed. One evening, Pihu's grandmother came to her room and then she saw Pihu all in tears. She was crying. Her face was so red and puffed. Grandmother hurried to her side and asked, Pihu, what is wrong? Why are you crying? Grandma, you know that tomorrow is my big day and I have this singing competition. And you know what happened? My magic pen is not writing anymore. Look, she said, showing that the magic pen didn't give her any words. How can I go and sing tomorrow? She was very, very upset. Pihu's grandmother said, Pihu, I have something very important to say to you. Pihu said, nothing is more important, Grandma. Nothing is more important to me than my pen. I really want this pen to work. She cried and cried and cried. Grandma held her tight and said, Pihu, this is no magic pen. Oh, Grandma, you know it very well. You know what this magic pen did to me. How can you say that this is not a magic pen? Pihu, said the grandmother sternly, this is not a magic pen. This is the pen. I kept it there so that you will feel confident, said Pihu's grandmother. I do not believe it. If you do not believe me, please go and ask your parents, said her grandmother. Pihu went to her parents and asked, and they said the same story as her grandmother, that her grandmother was the one who hid the pen there. Pihu was surprised. She was thinking all the way, if this pen didn't have any magic, then how did I ever write? How did I ever become so confident? She was so much confused. How can this pen not have magic? Oh, this was so very confusing to her. She came to her grandmother and said, Grandma, if there is no magic in this magic pen, then how come I felt so confident and have so many friends and I can talk to anyone so boldly? Asked Pihu. Pihu, there is magic, but not in the pen. It is within you. It is inside you. It is the way that you feel that makes you do things. There is nothing in the pen, she said, hugging her grandmother. Believe me, you will definitely do well in tomorrow's singing competition, she said. Pihu was a little confused, but little bit she had a fear in herself. Next day, when she went into the stage, her grandmother's words came into her mind. The magic is within you, Pihu, she had said. She opened her eyes and she sang so beautifully that there was thunderous applause. There was so much claps that the whole stadium got up and cheered for Pihu. From that day, she realized that the magic was only within her. So, my dear little friends, whenever you feel that you cannot do something, always remember there is a little magic inside you. It is what you feel. It is how you feel. That is how you will be. So from today, always feel confident that you can make things happen. Always feel good about yourself, and then you will be the best of yourself. I hope you all enjoyed this story, my little friends. See you next time. Bye.